My name is Stefano Bezzone, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Brenta and how the Brenta uses the Cisco Spark platform. We'll start with a short video of the company, just to give you an idea of what we do. Okay, so we make heels, platform, and weights for women's shoes. Those making the shoes do not make heels, so they need companies like us. Few data, we are in the fashion business. The company is 15 years old. We are just 43 employees, 9 million turnover in 2017, very small company. We have two branches, an headquarters in northern Italy and another one in central Italy. And 90% of our customers are actually luxury brands. What we do, we take care of everything from research and development to the production. We help customers making their style, make handmade prototypes for them, always taking care of this R&D part, always looking for new solution. Then we take care of the design using 3D scanners to get the image of the handmade prototype. And then we use the 3D printers to make replicas, which are used for us to make dimensional check and to give them to other suppliers which may need them. And then we build the molds which are needed to go into production. Of course, time to market in this business is super short, so we need to go into production just in time and taking care of the logistics and all the operations, because once again, time to market is crazy and we need to go into production very, very fast. These are some of our customers. As you can see, we work with all the major brands. They are very demanding people, always looking for the best products, the best quality, and the best delivery. These are our key points, what we need to do in the best way possible to succeed. We need to do a lot of team working together with the customers, inbound and with the suppliers. We are always looking for solution because every new project, every new heel is a new challenge, and there is a specific know-how in knowing how to get the proper solution and go on the project. We are a quick reaction manufacturing, meaning that once again, time to market is crazy in this world, so we need to have the best operation possible and manage all the operation at the best. But let's see what happens in the Brenta, how the production cycle works. Everything starts with a designer, a customer, which will draw a shoe and a heel. She will be working for hours in her office, building a new collection. Then she will need to see a prototype of her shoes and of the heels. So the customer typically will come in the Brenta, meet with our artisans, which will make an handmade prototype for the customer. This process may need hours, and once the final shape of this handmade prototype, which is one piece, is approved, is the good one, we go on with the designing of the molds, which are made on CAD softwares. And we start building the molds which are needed for the production. Once we have done the molds, we go into production and we produce thousands of heels every day. So this is the basic production cycle. And now let's see how Spark integrates in this process. Let's see, we have our customer maybe in New York. She can anticipate her drawing via Spark, send a message, ask for an opinion, even never been in the company. and so she's already in contact with us while she's miles away. This is probably the most important part of the process, is where the first handmade prototype is made, and requires hours and hours of working in the Brenta typically. Now with Cisco Spark we can have a video call. We have Cisco DX80 devices in-house, so the customer can be, once again, in New York, in Milano, in Paris, wherever she wants, and she will be able to work together with us on the making of the handmade prototype. She can say, I want it to look like that, like this, make this change, and this can go on for hours. And it's a huge saving of time for the customer and for us as well. Then we need to start designing. It's a critical phase because since the time we don't have time, there are often mistakes in building the molds. So we typically share the screen of the CAD software. The technicians share the screen while they are actually building the molds, and they share the screen with those which actually make the molds, which is our shop floor or another supplier in another part of Italy. So in real time, they can see what's going on and how the molds are coming out of the design. And then when we are in the production phase, there are often issues, so we need to get in touch with the guys in the shop floor, see maybe there is a faulty molds, a problem with a particular heel, and we typically drop a call on the Spark board so we can see very well what's going on in the shop floor, and they will show us maybe a faulty mold, something which is not working, and we can discuss with the technical department what's going on in the shop floor. So if you think the process, we have the customer, the handmade prototype, the design of the molds, and the production. And talking about the tools we actually use, it's a simple Spark application with which the customer can get in touch with us, a DX80 for a video call to share in real time the making of the handmade prototype. So you see there is a real-time feedback between the customer and one of our artisan. And talking about the design, you see a simple screen share. The supplier or the guys in our shop floor can see how the molds are coming out and give real-time feedback so that we don't make the molds without being sure that everything is okay. And then you see on the Spark board, we are sharing a part of a mold to see if everything is okay or if there is a problem. So this is it. This is what we take out from starting using Spark. As I mentioned, faulty molds is an issue, and we reduced the error rate by the 80%. When you need to make a mold in a matter of minutes or hours, it happens to make mistakes. But with Spark, we have actually reduced that rate a lot. Travel expense has been basically almost zero right now, 50% at the time of the presentation, because we needed to constantly go to the suppliers, check what they were doing, come back, maybe redesign, come back to them, because that's how it works. We increased the internal communication a lot. We used to do just standard emailing, but now we have this way more casual way of communicating, which is working very well. Everyone is posted on new stuff. Everyone knows what to do. If someone can't take care of something, another one in a team will do. So fantastic for us. We shortened the time to market of the special project because we increased the communication with the customers, so we understand better and immediately what they need. So we reduced that time, and we have way more effective meetings with the Sparkboard because it's a beautiful device. And there is, of course, I must admit, these devices are beautiful. There is a wow effect when customers come to us, they always get impressed on what we are using right now. And since the Brenta is a kind of innovative company, but is a 50 years old company, we are trying to communicate this attempt we are doing to match innovation and tradition. And we wanted to communicate this through a company video in which we use the Cisco devices just to show the innovative part of the Brenta. And this is the video we made.
Ho visto uomini andare sulla Luna. Ho visto uomini parlare con motociclette. Ho visto uomini diventare un mito. E uomini inventare un mito. Ho visto uomini sfidare i propri limiti. E uomini che per natura limiti non ne hanno. Ho visto molte cose e altre ne vedrò negli occhi di chi saprà unire innovazione e tradizione.
And the other guy is actually the founder of the company. The other one is his son, the current CEO of the company. So, and that's it.
Stefano, thank you so much for that insight. I think it's really interesting to see how design and collaboration have really met at an intersection in Brenta. Business agility, reduced time to market. And it's just lovely to hear your story, so thank you. And I just wonder if anyone in the audience here have any questions that they'd like to ask Stefano, perhaps about the day-to-day use of the product or the deployment.
Sorry. Any plans to start designing in VR, like using VR in the Spark rooms with your customers, like in 3D perhaps?
We are working on that together with Cisco and with another partner. So, but it's
very cool.
Top secret.
Not anymore.
Thank you, great question. Anyone else? I've got a question actually, if I'm allowed. I was just wondering, how intuitive did your team members find using the technology? Because feedback I hear is that Cisco Spark is very intuitive, it's easy to use. Did you have to have a massive training program when you deployed it, or how did that work?
No, I just asked them to install the application on their smartphone or company smartphone and on the computer and just say, let's try it, bottom up. So let's try, if it helps, so we can start using it more and more. And so that was the strategy. Of course, they sometimes have questions on how to do something, and I reply. But it's very, we are just 43 people, so it was just have a try, and see what happens.
Do you now use it every day in the business?
Yeah, a lot.
Fantastic, that's what we like to hear. So if there's no other questions, I'd just like to thank you for your attendance and your time.